We are going to work on a progress check 3, or should I say a review for Unit 3. I have the problems numbered for you, so as we go along, look for the number that you need to write down and then write down the answer that you think is correct. So let's get started. Because we did lesson 10, 310 in class, this is our review, and then we will actually do a review in class also. So let's get started. Our Unit 3 review, and we're going to begin with number 1, and it says round 472 to the nearest tens, not tenths, but tens. So you need to write down the answer to that, so to the nearest tens place, okay? So now remember, what number is in my tens place? And hopefully you said the 7. So what do I do? Does that become 500? But that would be hundreds place. So think about what that would mean. Number 2 is round 3,804 to the nearest tens. So again, we're rounding to the tens place. Tens place. And which number is in our tens place? Take your time on these. Remember, you can pause at any time you need to. Number 3, round 76.7 to the nearest whole number. So now we're talking the nearest whole number, not a place in, for instance, not ones or tens or tenths, but the nearest whole number. All right, moving on here. Let's move to question 4. Round 29.08 to the nearest tenth place. Now we have tenths. Not 10, but tenths. A lot of rounding practice, really good practice though. Rounding is an important skill to be able to do. Number 5 says round 653 and 9/100ths to the nearest whole number. And moving along to number 6, we have the divisibility rules, and I did put those on here so that it would help you a little bit, okay? So it says check. 1,263 is divisible by which of the following? 2, 3, 5, or 9. 2, 3, 5, 9. So you need to pick the correct answer. Remember the rules, and it tells you the rules over there again, so it's a little bit of a review. Number 7, 476 is divisible by, and again, remember, what do we know about it? Okay, what do we know about it? And our adding, because that add them up, adding up sums. Check all of your rules to make sure you pick the right one. In 5,008,724, which digit is in the 10,000ths place? Which digit is in the 10,000ths place, not thousandths. Sorry, thousands. Those THs mixed up. Number 9, in the number 19,430,201. Oh, I am totally massacring this number. 19,430,201,155. See, even Mrs. Heath makes mistakes. You got to practice saying that over and over. It says which digit is in the hundred thousands. So let me see if I can try that one more time. 19,430,201,155. Which digit is in the hundred thousands place? Okay, so moving on. Number 12, or number 10, sorry. I was looking at my slides. This is slide 12. In 628 and 7/100ths, which number is in the tenths? Which number is in the tenths? THS this time. All right, moving right along. Question 11. The angle below is what type of an angle? Acute, obtuse, or right? Hopefully you know that right away. The angle below is 90 degrees, 45 degrees, or 180 degrees. Hopefully you know the type of angle, so that should help you pick right away the answer. Number 13, the angle below is right, acute, straight, 90, 180 degrees. Okay, now some of you are thinking, well, there's two answers. Yes, there are possibly two answers if you figure out what type of an angle it is. And remember, it says what type is it, not the degrees, what type, okay? And number 14, a reflex angle measures between what? Between what? So it's between something. And what is it between? Okay, now this one is a little bit confusing because I just want you to pick the one number that it comes between. You should be able to eliminate 4 automatically. Okay, and number 15, what does angle C measure? So we have a triangle here. One angle measures 38 degrees, one measures 85 degrees. What does angle C measure? Remember what we learned about the sum of a triangle's angles. That's your little clue. What do we know about the sum of a triangle's angles? Okay, and hopefully you remember that. An adjacent angle shares a side and a vertex. Is that true or false? An adjacent angle shares a side and a vertex. True or false? Okay, and I think we're on to our last one, question 17. A tessellation is a pattern of repeated polygons and spaces. True or false? Think about the definition of a tessellation. What can it not have? And hopefully that will help you pick the correct answer. Now, remember, I want you to take your time on this. You can pause at any time you need to. You will come back and you will have answers 1 through 17 written in your notebook. Okay, because that's our goal, is to write in our notebook and have these all done. Now, there will not be a quiz this time. There will not be a quiz with this one. It's just your review answers, and then we'll do a practice reviewing class to make sure we are ready for our Unit 3 test, which will be on Thursday. So here's our Unit 3 review. Again, take your time. You can pause anytime you need to. Nice work. Hopefully you remember quite a few of these answers, and it will come back to you. Or remember, star it if you're not sure of it, because that's one we can talk about in class as well. Have a great evening.